Hi guys, so today I'm going to be creating a makeup look for you, as you can see here, inspired by Beyonce's XO music video from her new album. I picked this makeup look to show you because I think it's very wearable and I love it, and I'll be using products that are affordable and a couple of expensive products as well, which you might want to treat yourself to or ask for birthdays. So this makeup look has a plummy purpley lip with a brown eye. Not too much on the eyes to balance out the lips. So I think it's very wearable and very easy for you to do. So here you go, let's get started. Okay, so to begin with I've removed all my makeup and I'm now going to start by applying my moisturiser. So the moisturiser I'm going to use is L'Oreal Paris Triple Effective Day. I'm just going to start by putting it all over my face. Don't need a lot of this product. Now I'm going to start with my foundation. So the foundation I'm going to be using is Dream Satin Liquid by Maybelline, and this is in the colour Sand. Now this is one of my favourite foundations. I like it because it's almost a lot like the MAC foundations, but obviously a much cheaper alternative, and it does give a full coverage when I use it with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to start by just putting the foundation all over the skin of where I need it, and then I'm going to be using circular motions to buff it into my skin. By buffing the foundation into your skin, it gives it more of a fuller coverage, and it actually works it into the skin, so it makes it last, your foundation will last longer. And this Expert Face Brush is really good for doing your foundation because it makes it an even coverage, and also it doesn't leave any brush strokes, which is what's really good, because I find sometimes when these foundation brushes, pointed foundation brushes, I can find a lot of bristle marks, which is really annoying, then I do have to go over it with a sponge, but with this I don't need that. So I'm now going to use my concealer, and this is, I bought this say about 2 months ago and I absolutely love it. This is the Collections Lasting Perfection Concealer, and I am using the colour Medium 3. So with my concealer I'm going to put it under my eyes, get rid of my dark circles, because I do actually suffer with dark circles under my eyes, and then just over any blemishes that I have. So fortunately my skin isn't too bad at the moment. Since using that moisturiser I have found my skin to be quite good, and I'm not very good with skincare, but I do try. So just put on any blemishes that I have got. I do have to say a little tip though, because these aren't really blemishes, it's more like the redness that's left afterwards. If you do have any blemishes that are quite fresh ones, don't put the actual applicator straight onto the blemish, because then the bacteria can kind of stay on the brush and you'll be applying it again to your skin, so it could end up causing more spots than you already had. So you can either apply it with your finger, but I'm going to use this little brush here. This is just a little Illamasqua brush, but any brush will do, just to buff it into my skin. So I'm going to start by going under my eye, so making sure I go all the way into the corner and actually work it down under the eye to make sure it sets evenly into the foundation. This is quite a good, number 3 medium for me is quite a good colour match. But if I want to highlight under the eye, so I have it lighter under the eye, I will then go for the lighter colour. So normally I think for me I'd use light for that one. Some people could use extra light as well if they want to get a really highlighted under eye. Okay, so my foundation and concealer is now on. I'm now going to set the foundation and concealer with powder. This is my favourite powder. It's Real Stay Matte Powder, and I'm in the colour number 5 Silky Beige. And so I'm going to just apply this all over my face. I do actually again still use circular motions, quite gentle ones though, because you want to make sure you don't sweep away the product that's already on your face. You don't want to sweep away your concealer and foundation that you've just applied. Bring it down your neck as well to make sure your colour all blends. There you go, so that's my powder done. So for Beyonce's look in her XO video, I've looked at, she's got brown shades on her eyes. So that's what we're going to create today. We're going to create it with using matte eyeshadows and then put a tiny bit of one with a bit of shimmer on it just on the crease. She hasn't got a very dark brown, but it is visible, so it's not going to be a dark brown smoke. So that's what we're going to create today. So I'm going to be using, this is a Vivo palette. It's called Vivo Colour Block Eye Palette. Okay, so now I'm going to take the eyeshadow Flutter, which is the lightest matte brown shade, and apply this all over the lid in sweeping motions. So simply sweeping it all over the lower lids, bringing it up to the crease, corner of the eye, the outer corner, and you can bring it again above your crease. So with the same base shadow brush, I'm now going to take the shade in this palette called Wisp, and I'm going to press to the outer third of my eye. So again, using the sweeping motions and bringing it up, working it into the crease. You can see on the camera as well that it is actually lighter here and creates darker out here on the outer third. And again, do the same for the other eye. So now I finish applying Wisp on both of my eyes, I am now going to take a shimmery tone, which I'll be using from the Vivo palette called Relax, which is this here, the darker brown. And I'm going to apply this to the crease and press it and sweep it on the outer third, just to add a bit more shimmer to the eye. I'm now going to take the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques and blend that together. Sweep some of the excess off because it's dropping down. Sweep some of the excess off because it has dropped. I'm now going to take a little Illamasqua brush as well to help carry on blending. Again, blending is so good when you're doing eye makeup. That's one of my top tips I learned. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, so now I'm going to do a bit of highlighting and add some shimmer onto my brow bone. I'm going to stick to the Vivo palette just because then if you want you can go buy it and you can create the whole look from the Vivo palette for the eyes. So I'm going to use the shimmer, I'm going to mix two actually. I normally can use this light one, but I think I'm going to go for this one, which is Forever, and I might use a little bit of Today as well. Just press that into your brush and then go along the brow bone, blending that, and blend it in to the brown shade as well, so just so it all blends a little bit and makes it a little bit softer. Okay, so now I'm going to apply some eyeliner, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Gel Eyeliner in Intense Black, and I'm going to be using a fine liner brush. This simply I've actually bought from eBay in a set as a nail art brush, but I find this works really well. So for the eyeliner, it's not, because again we're keeping it quite natural, so it's not going to be a thick defined flick, just a tiny little bit near the lash line. Bringing it as close to the lash line as possible. So now I've finished applying my eyeliner to both eyelids, I'm now going to take exactly the same gel eyeliner and brush and put a little bit in the top of my waterline. This just makes this whole thing, makes your eye look a little bit darker. I'm then going to take the Real Techniques accent brush and use the shimmery shade Relax and work this just underneath the eye. You only need a little bit. Doing exactly the same for the other eye. There you go, so I've applied Relax just a little bit underneath the eye, and I'm just going to take the little bit of the gel eyeliner again, just put a tiny little bit of that on my waterline. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to help define the eye. Create the depth. So now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and then I'll apply mascara. So just look down and gently squeeze the colours. These colours are actually just from Primark. I think they would have been about £1, £1.50. And I love them. And what is great about these eyelash colours is they come with a spare, the little pink plastic rubber, so once that one's worn out and gets a bit dirty, you can just use the other one, which is great value for the fact that these cost about £1.50. Perfect. So now I'll just curl the other eyelash. Okay, so now I'm going to apply some mascara. So at the moment I've been using two mascaras on my lashes. I've been using this L'Oreal Lash Accelerate, and then I'm going to go over it with Scandal Eyes Retro Glam Mascara by Rimmel, because this one is great for separating the lashes, so not making them look clumpy, and this one again just goes and adds a little bit to make them look even thicker. I'm going to start off with the L'Oreal one, again looking down, I wriggle my brush and sweep it up. So now I'm going to carry on with the face. I'm going to start by bronzing the face. I will be using the Maybelline Dream Sun bronzer in the colour Blonde, or 01. And I'll be using again the blush brush for this. So this has got all three colours, so I'm going to swish and get all three colours, and I'm going to do this on my temples and top of my forehead. Again, both sides. So now I've applied it to all my forehead, I'm now going to do it with contouring. So the contouring I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be using the Illamasqua powder blush in Disobey, which is a really nice and really good for my skin tone, love and easy to blend. However, there is a cheaper alternative if you wanted to use it, which is the Sleek Faceform Contouring and Blush Palette, and this is actually in medium. I'll now be taking the contouring brush, getting a bit of Disobey on my brush, and then suck your cheekbones in like a fish face. And blend that under your cheeks. I unfortunately don't have amazing cheekbones, so I have to create it with contouring. You should be able to feel, when you suck your cheekbones in, you should be able to feel where your bone is. So that is where you should be placing the powder, which is normally about 2 shades darker to your foundation. And again, you can bring it up to your temples so it blends in, it isn't a harsh line. There we go. So Now I've tried to give myself a little bit of depth anyway. And then I'm going to go back to the Dream Sun bronzer, and because she's got really nice brown bronzed cheeks for her blush, so I'm going to take this all over and use this as you would apply a blusher on your cheekbone. So smile. Circular sweeping motions. Now I still want to give myself a little bit of a pinky colour on my cheeks, so I'm just going to add that to the apple of my cheeks. And the pink I will be using is Bella Bamba by Benefit. Love this colour, this blusher. Again, this is one of the products that I can't live without. Bit like the foundation, I've had this for years, keep buying it the same. But I know you can get cheap alternatives by Sleek. They do amazing blushes. It does come with a little brush, which I do actually quite like to use often, because I feel like some of the product still stays on there. But today I'll be using the blush brush. So to get a little bit of your pinkiness from there onto your blush brush, and smile, and just put this on your apples, put this on the apples of your cheeks. This again has a real nice shimmery tone to it, so it almost adds like a little highlighter to your cheeks too. I'm going to add a bit of highlighting to my face, and what I'm going to be using today is the Illamasqua Bronzing Duo palette. This comes with a bronzer, which as you can see I've used a lot of, and a highlighter. However, a cheap alternative, which I do use loads as well, is again by Vivo Baked Bronzer, and this is in Healthy Glow shade 3. So I will be using again the contouring brush to apply to the highest point of my cheeks. Just blending it there on top of the bronzer that we've already added. I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow as well. Tiny little bit of it down my nose. So now we're going to move on to the lips. She's got quite a dark, plummy, but it does have a slight pink tone to it. So what I have found is by Barry M, and it is the colour 156, which looks a bit like this. My lips feel quite dry at the moment. There's probably a little bit of foundation already on there. So I'm going to just put a little bit of lip balm over my lips. And the lip balm that I'm in love with at the moment is EOS lip balm. And this is in the Fresh Mint. And now I'm going to apply some lip liner. This is by Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in Black Tulip. And I'm just going to apply this on the outer lip line and in the corners. There you go, just like that. Looks a bit silly at the moment, but trust me, it will look better later. So now it's onto the lipstick. I'm going to take the lipstick straight onto the lips for now, and then go and use a brush. So I'm going to start in the middle of my lips. Okay guys, so here is my final Beyonce XO makeup look. I really enjoyed doing it for you. I think this is a really wearable look. You can wear it for a party or going for a nice dinner. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like it if you do, comment down below, thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. This is my first makeup video, and I hope you've enjoyed my video. Thank you and bye!